higher up on the rankings, or?
Yeah, let me give you the real secret stuff. Can we talk about secret stuff?
Sure.
I'll
just mute the call.
Just us.
Okay.
The cone of silence will descend.
Well, first of all, it's about content. The more content you have, especially with those keywords and associated with your URL, your website, that's going to push you up higher and higher on the search engine. Just raw content with those keywords. The second thing is blogging, and the reason is that blogging actually does get preferential treatment. Now, search engines have something called an algorithm, which is about 140 different things that it tests, and you get numbers, you get weighted numbers, and then eventually it does a mathematical equation, comes up with a number between 0 and 9, which is your page rank, which tells you where you're going to show up on the page. I don't want to get too mathematical here. However, what happens is that blogs are given preferential treatment, because think about it. If I'm typing a blog about a set of keywords, a story, and you happen to have the same ones on your website, my blog came out on Friday, and you haven't updated your webpage since 2008. Really, who's got the most current and pertinent information? So they always give preferential treatment. And then another thing is that you can actually go into Google AdWords. Now here it comes. Go into Google AdWords and do a keyword search of what the number one words that are being talked about today. And let's say the presidential election. See what the keywords are. Go over, create a blog, use those exact keywords throughout your blog, and just ramble about it. And then what happens is when Google indexes it in 30 minutes, you're part of the largest keyword search on earth for that day. That's going to push you higher. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the only remaining thing is something called link love, which means external reputable links. So you have to go out, find other bloggers, people who talk about similar subjects, and ask them to please link back in and share guest blogs, pieces of your blog, excerpts, or the entire blog so that they link into you. The more of those you get, those are the three things: freshness, content, link love.
I'm going to give away a couple of things, though. The starting point is creating a video. Mm-hmm. And I remember, when we talk to people, they're deathly scared about getting in front of a camera. And what I talk to them about is don't get in front of the camera. Use Keynote, use PowerPoint, use a screen capture, whatever it is, and use that. Is there a couple of things that you could suggest that once they've created a video, what could they do to distribute that information? Now, once again, knowing you have kind of 10 things there, what are two of those 10, maybe 3 of those 10 that people can use to distribute or get out?
Yeah, Chapter 18 is kind of a cheat sheet because I'm on everything and I'm expected to be everywhere. I mean, if I don't update my Facebook page, let me tell you, there's 20 people tomorrow morning that are going to tell me, hey, you're the social media Bible guy and you didn't update your page. So I kind of cheat. Now, some people don't like it. Some people advise against it, but I've had a good success. And yeah, I start with a video. And if you're uncomfortable with video, hey, go do a rotary presentation. You've done those before on your company, your product, and get somebody to videotape it. Or as you just said, use something like Camtasia or ScreenFlow if you're using Mac, and just go through a PowerPoint presentation. What that's going to do is it's going to create a video. And just like you're going to do with this interview, you're going to break it up in segments. You can put it on YouTube, you can put it on your webpage, TubeMogul, and you can spread it all over. Mm-hmm. You can also pull the audio file out and upload it to iTunes. You can put it on your webpage. You can make it downloadable so people can put it in their iPods and their iPads. So if people like audio, then you're addressing that demographic. You can send it to somebody and have a transcript done, and I've got a person's name in there that'll do it like at $1 a minute, which is really a whole hour of transcript for $60.
That's great.
Well, now you've got a transcript, so you can create blogs. If you look at each sentence while you're presenting, you'll be surprised how much good content is coming out of what you're talking about that you didn't even realize. Guess what? You just got 6 months worth of tweets.
Absolutely.
And it's very it's very random content, which it's interesting because who was it we interviewed that mentioned that Google is now focusing a lot on groupings of words used in unique configurations and applying an interesting label to that.
I think it was Rick Dragon was telling us.
Was it Rick?
I think it was Rick.
Yeah.
But It's interesting concept. I'll give you an example. Exactly what you just said was taking it and transcribing it. Is we have a client in town here that we did the exact same thing. They do these webinars, and it's usually about an hour and 10 minutes long. I said, hey guys, record it. Give me the audio. We'll go transcribe it. And what they did was they turned it into an actual report. And this report, since June, and I mean this isn't huge numbers for them. It's phenomenal. But since June of this year, so June, July, August, September, October, 5 months, 4.5 months, we'll give them 4 months actually, has been requested 120 times off their website. Now, the interesting thing about this, so being requested that often, is they're capturing names and emails, and their close cycle, or the close ratio against once someone downloads this, is phenomenal. It's probably about 50%. Close, and they don't sell. It's not cheap. It's $25,000. It's investments, but it's like $25,000 as a minimum to get in. So they did exactly that, and they had no idea they should be doing that. And now, guess what they do every time they do a webinar? Boom, we're gonna record this, transcribe it. Guess what we're doing? We're creating reports, right?
It's awesome fish food. I mean, people want that kind of content.
Lon, how long have you been doing that? How long have you been syndicating?
Well, I probably shouldn't tell you, but right from the beginning, because I'm kind of a one-person shop and I do it all. Mm-hmm. So I had to figure out early on, how can I keep feeding all of these hungry channels? Yeah. And it just dawned on me, just keep breaking it up.
Yeah. Interesting. It's, just the book alone, sorry, not to marginalize the other 17 chapters in the book, but the book alone, just on chapter 18, biggest bang for the buck. Just buy the book just for that. Fusion Marketing Bible. And I can't hold it up because I do have a green screen behind me, but just for that chapter alone. Now, Lon, as we get towards the end here, one of the questions that I ask every author that we have on here is, can you tell us your best piece of advice as it relates to either business or the book, or you could do both if you really feel like it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Broad.
I feel like I'm in therapy.
Exactly. Tell me about your childhood, Lon.
Well, I was born at a very young age.
My mom wasn't there, though.
The most important thing, and again, I've built 14 companies in my career, is just don't give up and don't get overwhelmed. You can do it. Here it comes. You can't lose if you don't quit.
Very simple.
That's the secret of my success. No matter how many times I fail, I won't give up. I won't. It just means I got to try it a different way, and eventually I always succeed because I always find the way to do it. Don't give up. Same thing with social media and marketing. Don't give up. It's not that hard. Eat it a bite at a time and be successful. If you don't quit, you can't lose.
Absolutely. Great advice.